started. Find the Mural app. So we're going to create a mural. So we'll start from a completely blank canvas. All right, and for me, I'm going to start today using the top left corner. So what I like to do is add a sticky just so I can find the best scale, working scale that makes sense for me. And somewhere around 50% for me is comfortable. And the question today, the brainstorming question we're going to be working around is how might we use Mural to increase the productivity of a team? So I'm just going to go ahead and jot that down up top, and I'm going to use a medium stroke width here. So how might we use Mural to increase the productivity of a team? I guess we can start out by adding some sketched stickies. So let's see, I'm going to mix it up a little bit and use the green background. Okay, let's just start rattling things off. Let's see, how about digital first, fail fast, iterate quickly. So the idea here is that, you know, we start with Mural, we get our ideas down on the digital canvas, we can move forward quickly, figure out if the solution or idea is getting somewhere. If not, okay, great. You know, trash that, move on to something else, and this process is really simple and fast when using Mural. Okay, so let's just add another one over here. Actually, instead of changing the color of each sticky individually, I'll just wait till the end, select them, do it all at once. Another great thing about Mural is it gets everyone on the same page. So since everybody can be in the same document simultaneously and working at the same time from wherever they may be, everyone can really be together and understand where the team is in the process. So let's just finish drawing this one out. So this is, well, let's just say team on same page. Great. Let's add one more, or a few more. Let's go with the obvious, which is collaboration. To increase productivity of a team, you know, putting all the heads together is key. So collaboration is essential to increasing productivity, and Mural, you know, definitely promotes that. So productivity or collaboration. Let's see. Well, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I'm going to redo that. Light bulb. So, yeah, this is, I guess, representative of the team collaboration. I guess you could say team brainstorming, just working together. Okay, let's bring another one out there. Yeah, so brainstorming. Brainstorming digitally through Mural, incredibly helpful, expedites the design process, just makes everything run smoother and simpler. So what I'm drawing here is just representative of the brainstorming process using stickies. And yeah, so maybe just add that nice grouping feature we have too. Maybe something like this. So yeah, the brainstorming aspect where get the ideas down quickly and move forward to clustering and grouping them into more of a defined set of ideas. All right, I'll do one more, and this is a concept called that I really think we can take advantage of within Mural, and it's called Follow the Sun, which basically means we have one team member, part of the team here in Buenos Aires, and they can work their normal hours and get this amount done. Then we can hand it off to the team in SF during their normal hours, and they pick up where BA team left off and work through their normal hours, pass it off to the NYC team, who picks up where SF left off, and basically following the sun is the concept. That allows the distributed teams in different time zones to hand off the project in different phases and continue working. And it can just, then recycle. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we brainstormed a few sketched ideas now. Like I said, we're gonna go crazy here and change the background color to green. All right. So now maybe we can add some, let's add some typed brainstorms. Okay. So, switch to text. How about, grab that keyboard. Within Mural, we're gonna utilize templates and frameworks. So this also can help just take out unnecessary steps in the design process, and also help with quick iterations. Okay, let's add some more here. How about right. So pride and accountability in your work. Basically, we can, within Mural, we can check the history of the elements and get the info and see who contributed what, and really understand, the different perspectives and ideas that the different team members are contributing. And since it's easy to know who did what, it's really nice. Well, the team members are able to have pride in their work because they're showing it off, and they know that everyone will see that they contributed this piece, but at the same time it's also showing respect for your team, because you want to, this is not an individual project. So everything you do is for the greater good of the team, but allowing yourself to have that accountability just brings your value up, which brings the team's value up. So let's just add a little bit more explanation here. Right, so the team knows who contributed what. Cool. All right. Do a few more. All right. Documents are public, which means everyone is an author of the document or of the project. You can have, project managers or team leaders, but when it's a public document, everyone contributes. Everyone is empowered to, just go in there and contribute to the design process. They don't have to ask for permission, or they don't have to wait until somebody opens up and offers it to the team. It's always there. Everyone is an author. So this is a little bit of a stretch, but I think eliminate spelling. Eliminate unnecessary meetings. Right, eliminate unnecessary meetings and communicate throughout the process, throughout the project. Yeah. Basically, there's the idea that having too many meetings detracts from the creative process. It stalls things. It puts roadblocks in. When people are ready to go, they can just move forward without knowing, we have to stop at this time to talk for 10 minutes and regroup. When everyone's working together on Mural, you can communicate throughout the project within Mural, and really you can make progress, and you don't have to wait until the next meeting, which may be a few days or a few hours, to get started and get going. So let's add that. Don't have to wait until next meeting to contribute. All right. And something that kind of goes along these lines is that within Mural we can use stickies. We can use stickies and the comments feature to communicate openly. Communicate openly. Let's reword that. Feature to, let's say, promote um, honest feedback, and honest feedback, and transparency, and yeah, let's see, and a culture of understanding. How about in a culture of giving and receiving critique. I think this is really helpful when we have teams that might consist of people who are not super familiar with a design critique or giving and receiving helpful feedback. You know, when we have everybody kind of giving team feedback and a team critique, and not just criticizing but also providing solutions, it allows team members to understand not only how the group thinks as a whole, but individual perspectives, and also what can you do better individually that can help the team. All right, great. So we have a few sketch stickies and a few type stickies. So now let's see if we can group these or cluster them into some sort of categories. We don't have that many, so maybe we'll use two. I think something that makes sense is a group that's kind of towards utility, like functional things, and a group of more theory. So let's see here. So templates and frameworks is utility, public documents, utility, stickies. Let's see, eliminate unnecessary meetings, probably, yeah, practice, practice, commenting, utility, follow the sun, right, that'll be practice, digital first practice. Okay, so let's create some groups. Select group into area, and we will call this, not sure what this is. Okay, we're going to call this one practice. Great. Practices. Nice. Okay, maybe spice this up with a border color. And I'm going to switch to grid to make it nice and tight. Okay, so for these, we're going to call this, oops. Select, group into area, and we'll call this one utility. Okay. And I guess our stickies disappeared, so just zoom out and make sure they didn't fly somewhere. Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna just undo a few times until we get back to where we were. Alright, so select. Okay, that's fine. So it looks like interesting. So the select option is still chosen. Can do this and see. Looks like it's locked onto that particular. Okay, well, at least we got out of there. Alright, so let's group this into an area. Again, utility. Let's get that to the grid. Let's add a nice border there. Great. So now we've taken our ideas. How might we use Mural to increase the productivity of a team? We did some sketched brainstorming. We added some typed ideas, and we grouped them. So now we will move on to drawing a 2x2 grid. Okay, so for the grid, since it's kind of a solid feature, kind of like a framework, I will use the medium stroke width again. And let's just do our 2x2 here. And let's call it inefficiency. And it's kind of hard to read, so maybe what I'll do is leave that as the medium stroke width, go back to a thinner width here, and inefficiency. So that would make this one efficiency. And productive. And destructive. Okay, so now let's select again. I'm going to group this, and let's take it and move it somewhere else. Let's move it back over here. Right. Actually, just slide it over. Okay. So now let's take these elements, maybe let's take practices, and let's duplicate this. So we're going to go copy and paste. All right. So we have our elements here that now we can bring into our 2x2 grid. I think I'm going to make this a little bigger. Maybe to send it to the back and lock it so we can maneuver with our stickies a little bit easier and make sure that this doesn't impede our process here. Okay, so let's just start populating the grid. Alright, digital first, fail fast, iterate quickly. Potentially can be, I think I'm torn on the level of efficiency or inefficiency, since it could cause you to keep going and keep going. You have to be able to stop somewhere and move forward. So we can't continue to iterate and iterate forever, but at least it will stop you from going too far and doing unnecessary work and then coming back and having to start again. So slightly more effective than, or efficient than inefficient, and I think just about here on productivity level. Follow the sun. Efficient, yes. Productive, yes. Very much so. Always working, always making progress. Everyone's on the same page. Let's see here. Productivity should be high. It shouldn't necessarily super boost productivity, but definitely helps and contributes to an efficient process. Collaboration, idea generation, not necessarily contributing to an efficient process, but definitely helps with productivity when everyone is adding their input. Okay, pride and accountability. I think when done properly, it can definitely help both. However, in the early stages, depending on the personalities and the dynamics of the team, when we see that maybe somebody is, putting in this amazing work, and it might make us feel like ours is not good enough. So it could potentially lower your self-esteem and your confidence, but the end result should be beneficial for the team. Okay, eliminate unnecessary meetings and communicate throughout the project. Productivity high, efficiency high. So, right, so as you can see, the ideas that we came up with, first, we jotted them down quickly, we grouped them fairly quickly to narrow down the topic, and once we put them on our 2x2, we have some validation that, okay, these ideas are actually pretty valuable to our increasing the productivity using Mural. All right. So, how might we use Mural to increase the productivity of the team? I think we have a good start here.